You know, it's crazy, which I just kind of noticed. So, I don't know, I just want you to see that cool little sunset and stuff. I'm sitting out here. And so I quite often, you know, I walk along the path that, you know, understanding survival of the fittest kind of takes me. And I've said this 100 times, but I mean it. Like, I feel like that, you know, discovery or recognition of that, you know, I don't know, process, is one of the most significant things that has ever had, like, in our, like, human history of discovery. Because I feel like it gives us so much traction to understand what the fuck is going on. And, you know, so I've been walking those lines for a while, kind of just, you know, seeing where it takes me. And it was just today, you know, I kept, you know, walking them lines and walking those lines. And, you know, when I say this, it might seem not even intuitive, but like a no duh statement. But, you know, today I just really appreciated it. And, so, I mean, if you look at this, that's all. Like I've talked about, you know, walking down the line of, you know, survival of the fittest, and then understanding that, you know, biology is really just like almost a chemical process, and that chemical process is allowed by these laws of physics that you know, exist here in this fucking realm, right? And then I go, and it always brings me to the question, like, okay, how did this realm come to exist? And then how and what, you know, got this specific existence started and, you know, kicked into gear. Okay, so I always go over those lines. And then I start to think about, like, random stuff, like my own psychology or the sociology and stuff like that. And I'm like, I start to think, okay, most of my own psychology and my own desires, they're like intrinsic. They're things that, you know, I guess, how should I say it? Survival of the fittest kind of instilled in me. It's like genetically passed on traits. Like I look at girls and I want to make babies. You know what I mean? Because that's an intrinsic thing. I like certain foods because it's intrinsic. I don't like other things, you know, It's all programmed in us, basically. And, you know, even thinking, I like thinking. Why? Because I guess that was a fucking, you know, I don't know, it's genetically programmed in me, I guess. I don't know. But here's the point. I always think along those lines. And then I go to sociology, from personal psychology to sociology, and the way that people operate together. And it's like, okay, there's a lot, I guess, you know, a lot of this is just an automatic thing, you know. We coexist in groups, and it's, you know, because it's the natural way that it happened, I guess. But then just today, just like a couple 30 minutes ago, I came to like this supreme, just like, I don't know, you call it I don't know what you want to call it, but I realized that literally everything, like, I know I just went over all of that, and it's going to sound like a no duh thing. You know, like I said, you know, this realm is made possible, biology is made possible by this realm and these laws of physics and the way chemistry works and all that. And, you know, but I just realized that really, like, everything is progressing in a way that might be like the automatic program. I'm not gonna say automatic, but like progressing in a way that's like programmed, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, a lot of biologists want to say that we don't even have free will. They look at the chemistry of biology and see that's just random, like, proteins and moving around. It's like, you know, an individual cell doesn't have a mind as far as we know. It's just like I hate when I gotta deal with people when I'm trying to make these videos. It really sucks. It really sucks. It really sucks. It gets me trying to make these videos. Like, I think people could tell I'm in some deep stuff, and certain type of people who are just these fucking shitheads want to come through and fucking try to fuck with me. It really sucks. These motherfuckers like trying to knock me off my fucking element, whatever. Nah, it really, you know, like just over and over, just progressing further and further and realizing more and more, you know, my own psychology. That's like pretty much programmed in me. You know, that's like, a lot of people might not know it. A lot of people just, they exist and it's just, they don't think too much about it. But like, really, like if you ask yourself the question, why do you like what you like, you know? It's probably programmed in you because it's probably beneficial to your health to like that, you know what I mean? Or to your survival or whatever. Why do guys chase girls? Why do girls like guys? Da-da-da-da-da. You know, that's intrinsic. It's in us. You know, the more we study ourselves, the more I feel like we'll realize that it's all part of, it's like programmed biology. You know, I feel like biology is the answer to psychology. But then even then, we got to go further. We got to go, well, what? I mean, if you really think about it, so psychology, the roots of psychology and even sociology are probably in biology, but then if you go even further, you got to consider where all of this came from. And then you realize that this is all just like a fucking programmed fucking thing. I don't think people can handle that. They don't want to handle the truth. I think that's why people they could like sense I'm on some level right now, and it makes them uncomfortable. That's why they want to like disturb me and stuff. That's why they want to like, whenever I'm like on these levels, you can see it in other videos. I'll be like hitting some points, and once I get to like a semi-climactic point, these people want to like rev their car or come do something stupid around me. I'm saying, I think it makes them uncomfortable. Like they could tell I'm hitting on some fucking points they can't fucking bang with, you know what I mean? But really, if to me, I can see it. I mean, I don't know if anybody else can. Other people might just be uncomfortable even trying to like grasp the concept or really even think about it. A lot of people don't want to think that they don't have free will of any sort. It's like I feel like to me it doesn't matter either way. I'm still existing. I'm still doing what I'm doing. But it's like maybe this was all you know. I'm telling you, it seems like the whole thing is just like a lot of people don't want to think that. A lot of people can't stand the thought, I feel like. But if you study biology, if you study the cell, you can see that that's just like electrochemical gradients, you know, doing certain stuff. And that, to me, that's amazing, just studying biology and looking at that. It's like, dude, it's like I'm alive because certain little protein gradients are like moving along this electrochemical like thing, like just pushing molecules along in certain ways. It's like, oh my God, like that's, to me, it's amazing. And if you just look at it like that, it's like, dude, like my body's an automatic function. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of biologists, they say like there is no free will. We're just an automatic function. You know, they say we're just like our DNA, our organism, you know, interacting with the environment, and that's it. Like, and I mean, honestly, we could talk about that. We could talk about like you got retarded people, and they can't fucking do what other people can because they're just not programmed to do it. You know what I mean? Like literally, I'm not trying to be fucked up. There's people who are retarded and literally cannot like think because their biology makes them incapable. You know what I'm saying? And so, that right there is evidence of the same thing. It's programmed. It's programmed stuff. And but if we go further into biology and we start thinking about biology and what it really is, it's really these electrochemical gradients. And it's all based on chemistry, which is based in the laws of physics that govern this realm. You see what I'm saying? So you have to ask yourself, okay, first of all, where did this realm come from? That's one major question. But the second question is, like, what got this kicked in gear? Like, okay, so I don't know, man. I'm pursuing, you know, kind of, you know, big, I don't know, truths maybe. But really, I mean, the question, it's an obvious question. How did this realm come to exist first? But secondarily, you know, if all of this is just like an automatic not an automatic process, but just, I mean, as far as, you know, if you want to take it from a very localized, you know, perception, then yeah, you can call it an automatic process. We can look at the cells and say, yeah, they're just molecules following these electrochemical gradients, blah, blah, blah. But if we look at it on a big scale, we have to ask, what got this process going? What made, you know, I've likened it to this. I remember I kind of came up with this a while back. It's like if the universe is like an operating system, it's like who, you know, wrote the program that is now playing on it. You know what I mean? I mean, so for one, who created the operating system? Who created this realm? But secondarily, who created this specific, you know, program to play? I don't know if that makes sense. We got a wanderer. I'm telling you. When I'm talking about shit like this, it either attracts people or it makes them feel uneasy, or they do it when it rises something in them. They could feel it in their fucking like vibe, in their soul, whatever, and they start acting funny. They do. I don't want to be interrupted because I'm making it with this. You know, I've tried to have conversation with people, but people are very they like to argue. So I just want to get it out on my own video. If people want to talk later, we can talk later. But I've used to have conversations with people, but a lot of people just love to argue. I'm like, you know, I think a lot. You know, a lot of people, I don't want to get into that. So I'm just letting y'all know. I don't know what to say. Like, to me, it was kind of like an epiphany, or whatever you want to call it. It was just like, oh, like, I just realized a couple minutes ago, like an hour ago at this point, that, you know, everything, even the fact that we've, like, civilized into what we are, you know, even the fact that, you know, a Ford F-150 was created, seems like it was programmed in the DNA, or whatever you want to call it, in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing seems programmed. Even the fact that your name is whatever your name is. Even the fact that your mom was your mom and your dad was your dad. Even the fact that you have your brother or your sister, or the pet that you have, or whatever. The whole thing seems programmed. And if you look enough, keep wandering the path of the survival of the fittest, like I'm talking about, I have a feeling y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, I already kind of walked these lines. Exactly what I'm talking about right here. I'm telling you, I arise some shit in people when they start acting funny. I don't know really what we could do with this information, to be honest. I don't. To me, it's just something I like pursuing. But if we look at it, study the cell is molecules moving within a cell structure, you know, along electrochemical gradients. As far as we could tell, there's no, you know, like intelligence in that, life in that. It's just an automatic fucking ongoing function. And if we take that to the bigger part, because we know how a cell works, we know that our organism works because of that. And then we know that we reproduce because of that. And we must know that society works because of that. We all act, you know, it's automatic functions. But if you take it all the way, The whole fucking thing is an automatic function. The whole universe. So many people are so into their individual, you know, like I said, so many people are into their own individual, their ego and this and that, and I think that's programmed in a lot of people because it's a survival thing. Why did I turn out this way and start talking about stuff like this? I don't know. I don't know. If I really want to be honest and I'm talking about the whole thing's programmed, I guess it's because it was programmed, you know what I mean? I gotta be honest. I mean, the fact that a Ford F-150 exists, programmed. The fact that, you know, whatever, everything. It's like it's crazy. I mean, I'm telling you, that's what it has to be. If you really look at it, if you keep traveling down that line, the cell automatic, the body automatic, you know, reproduction automatic, populations and the way we operate together automatic. The whole biology is automatic as far as we can tell. And if we go further, we don't know how this freaking, we don't know how this realm came to exist. Nor do we know how this specific, like, play out, you know, came to exist either. You know what I mean? So if we have to be honest, dude, we can see what it is. It's an automatic freaking thing. So all this stuff, everything that's happening, is like destiny on a wholesale level of the whole universe, dude. I'm not joking. You can see that. This is logically deduced. And I mean, I now, like, it's not just like an intuitive thing at this point. It's like, we can see it. We understand science, and we kind of like, we like know this now. So it's like, even if there's like other civilizations, it's all part of the same thing, this program. How did this program get here? It's that's the question that I'm at, and that's why I'm working, because I can see that it's an automatic thing. Now I'm asking, how did this program get here? You know what I mean? You could say that I'm seeking God. I don't know. But I can see. It's like, I want to know. That's where I'm at in my truth seeking. So it's such a huge question, dude. Even, I'm telling you, it's huge, but I can see it. I feel like I am convinced 100% that this whole thing is like a program, like automatic. I'm not saying like a lot of people say like we're in a simulation. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just this existence, this realm. We understand the laws of physics. We understand all that good stuff. But I'm just saying this realm, it just seems to be a program, like playing out. Like a lot of people say the Big Bang happened. Okay, well the Big Bang exploded, and then, you know, this is all residual. But it's playing out like this. How and why is it playing out like this? Who created the program? You know what I'm saying? These are huge questions, dude. These are huge freaking questions. And but I'm convinced that it is a program of sorts. And I'm not saying like a simulation. I'm just saying it's like this whole reality was programmed to play out this way in this realm. You know what I'm saying? These are huge questions to me, and that's where I'm at in my logic. So, I don't know. That's just where I'm at. So the obvious question to me is, how did this realm get here, for one? But for two, causing how did this specific reality, you know, get the characteristics that it has? You know what I mean? and basically you can you know, how did this program, this specific program, you know, get created? You know what I mean? So why did this specific set of circumstances play out? This specific reality. You know what I mean? That's a huge question. I think that's a huge question. That's a huge question. But I mean, it seems like there has to be some source of, you know, the thing that gave it character, that gave it, you know what I mean? I mean, this is not a bland existence. It's not a bland universe. It's very, all types of stuff. That's interesting, dude. That's interesting. And we're studying science. We know this stuff about science, dude. And if you just look at it, I'm telling you, it's like, dude, this is all like, it's part of the plan, dude. I mean, to me, it's just, I mean, it's part of the plan or the program. But we just don't know how this program got to be. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys for listening. I'm out. So bizarre, so bizarre. This whole thing, it's a program. I look at people and I just think it's automatic. Everything's automatic. They don't even know. This whole existence with everything we think are great inventions and stuff, it's all just part of the creator's plan, the director's plan or whatever. You know, the one who made this movie and pressed play. You know what I mean? It's all part of his plan. I'm telling you, I look at everything and I'm just like, dude, this is, it's all automatic. People don't even know. Everybody thinks it's so individualized. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. I love Darwin for recognizing survival of the fittest. And I love science for what, I mean, just, we understand this stuff. We can see it. We know it. And what I'm talking about, see, it's like, unless we're missing something, it's pretty much obvious. You know what I mean? It's like the cell. It's just it's a bunch of chemicals, you know, molecules. You know, this is serious stuff, man. So I just see it. So many people think they're individual, dude. They don't even know. I'm like, dude, even if there's aliens and whatever, different civilizations in the galaxy, universe, whatever, it's all part of the same thing. Crazy. See, I've done, you know, a lot of people are caught up like, oh yeah, you gotta kill your ego and you can find the truth. Dude, I'm on another level. I'm just being honest, and I'm trying to like find the real truth, and that's where it's guiding me. Is to everything I just, you know, I just want to know the truth, honestly. You know, I kind of ponder sometimes, is there a life after death? So I'm kind of like trying to figure out what's really going on in this realm, You know, maybe that's even was part of the program, that I'm thinking like this, you know, that we're afraid of death, so we seek gods, we seek a creator to give us refuge maybe, or whatever. I don't know. I'm telling you, for some reason I'm driven to think like this, and I think a lot of it has to do with just not knowing whatever. All right. It's good stuff. Thank you guys for listening. I got things I got to do. Love you guys. Peace out.